Hello, my people. Hope you're really having fun everywhere you are. This is Rock and David onto the United Matters channel. Smash like button, comment, and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really doing fine. We are here to bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. And Rock and David comes in here to really bring you what the confirmed starting 11 is like and who has been dropped, who is in, and what changes has the manager gonna have to make from the game of football that saw us get knocked out of the Carabao Cup, you know, in the midweek. You understand? So smash the like button, comment, and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So the starting 11 is out, and I think most of you have already gone ahead obviously know that the following players are really gonna be starting for the club of Manchester United. And let's obviously bring you a snippet of what the lineup is like. You know, Onana, Mazarawi, Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, right? Then we are having Maguire, Martinez, Fernandez, Zirkzee, Malacia, Amadi Diallo, Dallo, Manuel Ugarte, and Kobe Mainoo. That is the starting 11 for the club of Manchester United ahead of this encounter. Then Baindir is in goal. Sorry, we go to the substitutes. Baindir, Evans, Lenny Yoro, Casemiro, Toby Collier, Eriksson, Anthony, Garnacho, Rasmus Højlund. That is what the side of Manchester United is all about as far as the bench is really concerned. So let's go to the side of Bournemouth. Bournemouth is really having as a Balaga, Hudson, Kekezi, Evanilson, Christie, Dango, Adams, Smith, Kluivert, Semenyo, Zabarani, you know, and the bench has Tavares, right? They're having Cook, they're having Brooks, Hill, Ennis, Anal, Philip, Aarons, Winterburn, and Kingsley. That's what they're really having today. So that's the bench of the side, and that is what they're really having onto the bench. So that is Bournemouth for you as they obviously get into this beautiful encounter as it obviously goes ahead to obviously get underway at Old Trafford. In like 35 minutes, the game of football is gonna be underway. You can as well go into the live chat, go ahead and obviously do the needful, you know. So let's obviously get into what we call the let's obviously get into the format or the system that Ruben Amorim is really going to be doing. 3-4-2-1. Andre Onana in goal. That is it. Andre Onana is in goal. He returns in between the stitches after the game of football that we really did with Tottenham Hotspur, where he was nowhere to be seen. And obviously, Baindir went ahead to obviously make some huge mistakes in there for you. Now, the back three has Mazarawi at the right of the three-man central defense, Lisandro Martinez at the left of the three-man central defense, and Harry Maguire at the center of the three-man central defense. And I saw how Spurs came at us and they caused a lot of havoc when they're really attacking us. And I've already told you that the best defender at Manchester United this season is Matthias de Ligt, and he's out of contention to start. He's out of the squad. He has been ill. So that means it's not going to be an easy game, but we need to see to it that these three defenders obviously compose themselves and give us the best that we deserve in as far as keeping or shielding that goalkeeper or our goal area is really concerned. So we wait and see how the manager is obviously going to conduct these players. Lisandro Martinez having a stinker when we are playing against Tottenham Hotspur. Going forward, he was good, but doing his defensive role, he really looked bad as Lisandro Martinez, if you can all agree with me. Then we go to right wing back. That is Dalot. He has been played as a right wing back, and I think this is a position where I can get the best out of him. In the game of Tottenham Hotspur, for the very first time under the Ruben Amorim era, I saw to it that he went ahead, obviously, make 3 cutbacks into the 18 yards box area of the opponent, and they are really very accurate. 2 fell onto Eriksson, and 1 fell onto Anthony. In the second half, very good cross in that found the unmarked Zirkzee and went ahead, obviously, direct a very good header to the goalkeeper. Foster of Spurs that went ahead, obviously, fist it past the byline, and it was a corner for the club of Manchester United. So I think when he's playing on the right, I would like to see that more of him, because he'll be having a lot of space, as Amadi Diallo is going to be playing in the right half space. So Tyrell Malacia, the manager brings him on to obviously put in a very beautiful shift altogether, and I think also Malacia can do a lot on the ball and going forward. And when you're coming back from the injury, it's very hard for you to obviously think that a player is really going to give you what he gave you when he was really fit. So all we need to do is let's wait and see how Malacia is obviously going to cope up, because I see a very good player in him. If at all he copes up well, I think he fits well into the system, because he is a good footballer, talented, he can control the ball in tight spaces, and he's a quick thinker. When it comes to quick passing, he'll obviously do that one-touch football very, very easily. Double pivot, obviously, this is the ideal double pivot. Manuel Ugarte and Kobbie Mainoo, and this is what I would love to see. This is what I would like to see United look like every time in the double pivot when you're really playing any team, especially in the Premier League. Ugarte and Kobbie Mainoo. I want this partnership to grow huge and see how it really gets us to those levels where we want to be, because they are 2 young stars. One is 19, the other one is 23. They can travel huge distances, and for Manuel Ugarte, he is really doing a very beautiful job at Manchester United. And Kobbie Mainoo is another one that also is doing what he does best, into that double pivot. Then Diallo, right, he's playing on the right. He's playing as a central right attacking midfielder in a role of the 2 number 10s of United, alongside Bruno Fernandes, who is also going to be playing as a left central attacking midfielder in the left half space, or the left inside tunnel. That is Bruno Fernandes for you. And Zirkzee leading the line. Zirkzee comes into the game of football after really scoring a goal when you're playing against Spurs, and I think he's really having some good numbers, and very many people will obviously trust him. Really having some good numbers. It obviously puts in a very huge shift today, and I think Zirkzee has all what it takes to really cause havoc to the side of Bournemouth, and we are just waiting to see how he's really going to be fed in. And for your information, if at all I'm Zirkzee, when I'm having Amadi Diallo playing behind me, I'm 100% sure that chances will come. And that's what obviously shows up every time. When you are playing Zirkzee, obviously, chances will obviously have to come. Chances will obviously have to show up. You understand? So, when those chances really show up, they will obviously give us the best that we deserve as a club of Manchester United. Because for any number 9, all he needs is chances. I really feel pitiful for anyone who comes out and blames the number 9 who is not really served, And I'm like, people are like, Rasmus Højlund is not doing the due diligence. And I'm like, who is playing him in? That is it. Who is feeding Rasmus Højlund? That is the most important bit of it all. If you are not feeding him chances, he's not gonna score. You understand? Every time you get him a chance, he scores, So, the same applies to Gabriel Jesus, that Arsenal fans have always gone ahead to say, he's not a good striker, he cannot do the needful. But people say he's not a good striker when you don't feed him constantly. You have to feed the striker constantly because you are not going to score every chance. I saw Lewandowski yesterday. Was it Dani Olmo or Ferran Torres? Went ahead to obviously do a very good cutback, and all he had to do was to obviously tap that ball in the back of the net and he missed. Now, does it make him a very bad striker? No. And Barcelona lost yesterday. We all know to it that he's clinical, but that wasn't enough. He needed more chances, you know. He needed more and more and more chances to obviously operate. So I think that's where people get it wrong. So for me, all I want to see is Dalot looking for Zirkzee, Malacia looking for Zirkzee, Diallo looking for Zirkzee, Bruno Fernandes looking for Zirkzee. That's what I want to see at Manchester United or at Trafford today, because if we feed in this number 9 of ours, I think he'll obviously get us the goals that we want as a side of Manchester United. So it's all about creativity today. If we are given those chances, then I think we'll score. So that is it, and let's go to Bournemouth. Kepa Arrizabalaga. He's a very good goalkeeper. You know, you've seen him do his job at Chelsea, and they're playing a system of 4-2-3-1. So don't even feel like he can't do the job. He's really good, and he's one of those that has gone ahead to obviously prove himself in very many games that he can really do and get the job done and dusted and underway. So he's one of those that we for a very long time looked at and obviously known what he's all about. That is the man himself, known as Kepa Arrizabalaga. Smith is going to be played as a right back. Then Zirkzee is going to be played as a left back. Remember, he's being linked hugely to the club of Manchester United, Liverpool, and very many other clubs that are interested into a left back. Then in the central defense, Zabani is playing as a right-sided centre back. Then Hujisen is playing as a left-sided centre back, and that will obviously bring in loads of things at the start in here. So we are waiting to see how that pans out for the club of Manchester United in this encounter, and how they're really gonna mark out Zirkzee for starters, and how they're obviously gonna come up and obviously mark out a player known as Rasmus Højlund, because he has to come on in around the 60th minute depending on the game situation. Then in the double pivot, they're having Christie and T. Adams. Obviously, they are hardworking lads and they run a lot and they put in performances that are really, 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 really good. And I tell you what, some of those are really very, very, very tricky as it stands right now. So that is what they're going to look like in the double pivots. Then Semenyo, right attacking midfielder, and then Ouattara, left attacking midfielder, Kluivert, central attacking midfielder, and Evanilson is going to be leading the line. That's why I tell you that we need to be at our best. This game is not going to be any easy. I tell you, it's not going to be any easy as a game of football today. So we need our players to be at their best to obviously see to it that we really put in the required shift all together. So that is the side of Bournemouth, one of the sides that has gone ahead to frustrate Man City, a side that has beaten Arsenal, you understand, a side that has gone ahead to obviously cause havoc in very many areas or in very many teams. You know, they've also beaten did they draw with Chelsea? They've beaten Arsenal, they've beaten Man City. So they are a hard side, guys, I can tell you. It's not easy to obviously take on them. So if you think it's really going to be an easy tie today, don't even think about it, right? Don't even think about it, because it's really going to be that hard for the club of Manchester United come this time round. Now, before I get into your comments, the manager has something to say about his team selection today, and this is what the manager really had to say about his team selection. Amorim on his team selection, he said Delete is still sick, and Harry Maguire, we've just saved him from the game versus Spurs because he did the first 90 minutes for a long time at City, and you have to be careful with this kind of player. So De Ligt is sick. That is not good news for us that he's still sick, because if there is a player that I'll need into our team, it's all about Matthias De Ligt. He's a leader, and that's why he really finds himself in a better position to obviously play and really instruct other players at the club of Manchester United. And he has been hard, talking hugely about how he's really so much into acting as a leader, into what he really calls a very better system as a player. So that's what he has gonna hit to say about himself. And I think Maguire will do a good job, and let's obviously win this game of football, because the most important bit of it is all of us collecting those points. Ruben Amorim on his 11 says Joshua Zirkzee did really well in the last game, and we need fresh legs. Onana returns to the Premier League, so everything has a purpose, and we are ready for this game. So he says we are ready for this game, and I know we are really ready, but it's not going to be an easy encounter, because a team like Bournemouth will run for 90 minutes, and the big question is, are players ready to run for those minutes as this team? That's the most important bit of it all, that are our players ready to run? That is it. If we can run as they're going to run, we can obviously cause havoc. And one thing you should be assured of, they are going to create chances. They are going to threaten our backline. They are really physical. It's really going to have a lot of running. It's really going to have a lot of fighting. And I think this game is really going to be determined hugely by he who comes up and obviously wins those second balls. Can we fight for them a lot? But for United, the positive that we go into this game with is we've shown a fighting spirit. From the game of Victoria Pleasant, we came from behind and we beat them by 2-1. We came to City, came from behind and beat them by 2-1. We went to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You saw what happened. We pulled 3 back, but we couldn't obviously level up. So that shows you the most important bit of this all, that we really have a lot to really do. So our players have been rested. Some have been rested. Some have been brought in, and the manager has obviously gone ahead to obviously make some good changes. And I think Lenny Yoro has been rested. Eriksson has been rested. Hoyland has been rested. Menu had been rested, but he came on later. So we wait to see how these players are really going to be performing at this level. But all in all, as I told you, I see a 3-1 win for the club of Manchester United. That's what I'm really seeing throughout. And Amadi Diallo is really going to be pivotal into this game, because we need him to operate at his best. That is it. And I'd love to see to it that he comes in through to create chances for our number 9. That's what I want, because I want us to really make it a habit that we can really break down any team. If we reach that level of breaking down any team, I tell you, we will win lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. So we have to obviously see to it that a lot really goes our way. Napri Musa says Man United will win by 3-0. All right. Katinsa says, hey, RD, Gordon Muhezi, this match is not easy. Obviously, it's not easy, but I know we are going to win it. We are going to win it, because after beating City, you need to come up and obviously win this game of football. When you look at the table, let me show you the Premier League table to show you that this game is really very important. And this is the result makes it very, very important, and it will give us a very huge push as a club of Manchester United. When you look at Manchester United, we are 12th. Let me show you. We are 13th right now. You see, we are 13th. So we are having 22 points. Now, having 22 points will be bad if we don't win today. If we win today, we'll come to 25 points. And Manchester United has a goal difference of 2, meaning that we only need 2 goals a win with a margin of 2 goals, to see to it that Man United will come up into this position here, 8th. And I think if we play the next 2 games, that is Wolves and Newcastle, I think we can obviously put up a fight for the club of Manchester United in here, because if we win today and we go to 25, look, the 4th team is having 31 points, and that is Nottingham, meaning that we'll be 6 points off the 4th place, and we just have to continue winning. I tell you, if you can beat Newcastle and Wolverhampton Wanderers, it's really gonna get United into the top 4 slot. These teams will lose. Villa will lose. City, no one knows when they're going to win. That is City for you. No one knows when City is really going to come up and obviously register another win. That is the most shocking bit of it. And I think consistency is what is really going to take us above City. If we can continue winning, then we'll be good to go to beat the side of City. That's why this game is really very important. United will win by 3 goals to 2. That is Silva. Says if United want to win, they should. Bro, you always delay to give us news, yet you always on Arsenal studio. Why is it that? I won't reply you because you know the truth. If United want to win this game, they should play the game like the way they played with Spurs. They should run for 90 minutes. We should run. We should run, by the way, to obviously win those second balls and obviously show to it that we want the game more than Bournemouth. And being at Old Trafford, that should be a given, you know. Silva says, my worry is set pieces for that defense for my team, Manchester United. Yeah, Ruben Amorim was going to hit to concede, is it 7 goals through set pieces ever since he took over Manchester United in the Premier League? And they are good at set pieces. These ones are the king of set pieces, by the way. Thank you for that reminder. They are the king of set pieces, you know. Thank you for that reminder. That is Silva. Thank you for that reminder. By the way, they're the kings of set pieces also. I think they are next in line with Arsenal. Adan Nsanzineza, keep going Man United, all right. David Sozi, thanks brother for your time and update, all right. Thomas Donker, greetings from Ghana. Thank you my brother for watching from Ghana. Prita Klein, we have a game to watch here. Let no one underestimate Bournemouth. That is it. We should obviously go there knowing that they're really a hard nut to crack and they can obviously shock us. Peter Klein, I see a thriller of goals. Let's wait and see. Thomas Donker, we will win no matter how it is. We need those 3 points. Yeah, we need them hugely. We need those 3 points at the back of our pocket. Then, Jocelyn, no matter, Bournemouth is hard. We will win by 3 goals in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. And Bournemouth is a hard side, but my prediction is still 3-1 in favor of Manchester United. And let me end this poll and see how you people have gone ahead to vote. So 86% are calling in for United win, 8% are calling in for a Bournemouth win, and 4% are calling in for a draw. And that is what United really has on the table. So Brand says 1 United. All right. So guys, that's what I had for you here onto the United Matters channel. I'm going to be returning here with what we call the match reaction. After the match reaction, the player ratings will kick in and we'll be good to go onto this beautiful channel. I'm out. Bye-bye. For everyone that's been part of this live video, thank you and